TikTok in Nigeria today, and you will see a massive wave of videos discussing a very specific personality trait. People are recording multi-part series, writing think pieces in the comments, and sharing screenshots of text messages. The word on everyone's lips, being nonchalant. But what started as a simple internet joke about who cares less in a romantic relationship has quietly evolved into something much deeper. In Nigeria's digital dating culture, being nonchalant is no longer just a personality type. It has become a status symbol. It is the ultimate badge of honor. It is a toxic flex. If you look at the viral audio and skits making the rounds, the message is clear. Showing emotions is a vulnerability. Being expressive is a weakness. To win the dating game in modern Lagos or Abuja, you are told to look entirely unbothered. You have to reply to texts. Hours later, you have to give one-word answers. You have to ask like you wouldn't care if the relationship ended tomorrow. But why are you suddenly obsessed with emotional detachment? How did a lack of effort become a highly attractive and neglected trait? And what is this doing to our actual real-life relationships? Today, we are breaking down the psychology behind Nigeria's nonchalant trend and why it is ruining our generation's ability to love. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, consider clicking subscribing and turning on the notification icon so you don't miss out on future videos on this channel. To understand why this trend exploded, you have to look at the concept of steeze. In Nigerian pop culture, steeze is all about composure, style, and grace under pressure. It's about keeping your cool no matter what is happening around you. Somewhere along the line, the internet took the concept of steeze and applied it to romance. The logic became warped and weird. The algorithm began teaching young couple that having steeze in the relationship, you must never allow your partner to see your true feelings. If you ask why they haven't called, you lose steeze. If you plan a romantic surprise, you lose steeze. This has created what psychologists call the steeze delusion. People are confusing being cool with being emotionally avoidant. True composure is about managing your emotions, not deleting them. But on TikTok, the nonchalant partner is celebrated. They are painted as mysterious, independent, and high value. But let's strip away the aesthetic filters and look at the reality. When you look closely at the nonchalant flex, it isn't straight at all. It's a deep-seated fear of rejection. By acting like you don't care, you create a psychological shield. If the relationship falls, you can comfort yourself by saying, well, I wasn't even invested anyway. It is a defense mechanism masquerading as a superior personality trait. Now, the real danger of this trend starts when the other partner decides to react. What happens when an intentional, expressive person dates someone who is aggressively nonchalant? The internet has a very popular, highly destructive piece of advice for this person. Match their energy. When you follow this advice, a relationship ceases to be a partnership and becomes a game of psychological chicken. Who can stay silent the longest? Who can send the coldest reply? And who can act more detached? This creates a toxic loop. One partner acts unbothered to protect her pride. The other partner gets hurt, retreats, and acts unbothered to protect their own pride. Suddenly, you have two people who supposedly love each other actively competing to see who cares the least. This game destroys emotional safety. A healthy relationship requires vulnerability. It requires someone to say, I missed you, or that hurt my feelings. But when nonchalance is the trend, vulnerability is treated like a crime. You are left with relationships built entirely on guesswork, anxiety, and silence. You are not building a future, you are just keeping score. But we cannot blame TikTok entirely. Social media trends do not appear out of thin air. They reflect the environments they grow in. The rise of the nonchalant partner is deeply tied to the current reality of living in Nigeria. Let's be honest, living in Nigeria right now takes a massive amount of mental and emotional energy. Between hyperinflation, economic uncertainty, and everyday stress, people's mental bandwidth is completely stretched to its limit. When your daily life requires constant survival mode, your emotional capacity shrinks. People are tired because the outside world feels completely unpredictable and exhausting. Young Nigerians are actively choosing to protect their peace by locking down their hearts. Nonchalance is a cultural byproduct of burnout. It is easier to be detached than to risk your peace of mind on another person who might let you down. We have applied economic scarcity to our emotions, treating attention and affection like premium fuel that we cannot afford to waste. At the end of the day, the nonchalant flex is a losing game. You cannot build a lasting connection with someone while standing entirely behind the wall. The internet might tell you that caring less makes you powerful, but real life eventually proves you otherwise. True maturity is not about being unbothered. It is about having the courage to show up, be intentional, and say exactly how you feel, even when it is scary. The next time you see someone bragging about their dry replies or their detached energy on TikTok, remember this: that isn't a flex. It's just an empty room. What do you think? Is being nonchalant a smart way to protect yourself in Nigeria's modern dating pool? Or do you think it's just an excuse for lack of effort? This behavior might extend towards building families and marriages and shapes how the next generation sees affection and caring. If it's your first time on the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Turn on the notification icon and share the video with your friends who are also willing to learn more about our videos and content like this. Don't forget to check out other videos on the channel as we discuss Nigeria's social economic landscape, cars, and pop culture.